I am Dr. Heather Moore, and tonight we are going to go over 3 key things you can do to boost your productivity. I know I am always looking for ways to get more done in a little less time. It never actually happens, but we certainly would like some keys to do that. So we're going to talk tonight about 3 things you can do right away to actually boost your productivity. And the first one that we're going to talk about is posture. Now, those of you who tune in and watch me know how much I harp on posture. And I know a lot of you are rolling your eyes and you're like, how in the world is my posture going to boost my productivity? This is just another way for Heather to be able to talk about posture. I promise you, it is not. It will actually make you very much more productive. How? So the best way I can describe this is if you go out and you run as fast as you can for as long as you can. You're not going to go very far for very long, no matter how much you're trained. You're not going to run fast for 8 hours. It's not going to happen. Why? You're going to run out of oxygen, okay? Your muscles are going to get tired. Posture is no different. So when you sit like this at your desk, you're actually robbing your brain of oxygen, okay? So now you've sat for 8 hours starving your brain of oxygen. Now you're expecting it to function at just as high levels as it does when you're sitting up and everything's flowing and all the nerves and everything are communicating perfectly. But now what you've done is you're starting to suffocate your brain. All right? So as you get tired, as you get sleepy, that's one of the reasons, is because you are now actually occluding blood supply. So while you might get tired of hearing me talk about posture, sitting in incorrect posture, sitting with your shoulders slouched. And an FYI, if your back is slouched, your shoulders are going right along with it. You can't have one without the other. Sorry, your back can't be slouched and then you're sitting up. It doesn't work like that. So if you find yourself in a slouched position, you are actually causing yourself to decrease in productivity. All right, so the second thing that you can do to increase productivity is to get up and to take breaks. Again, totally counterintuitive. You want to get something done, you sit there, you get it done. Absolutely. You set your timer for 20 minutes and you focus on that one thing. And then when that 20-minute timer goes off, you stand up. Why? Your body is going to get a rush of oxygen. Okay? Your body is going to get a blood flow increase. So everything's going to become more alive. And again, when I talk about taking breaks, guys, I'm not talking about a 10-minute break. It's not like you're working for 20 minutes and then you go get a 10-minute break. You just stand up at your desk, you take a minute, you take a deep breath for a minute. You just roll your shoulders up, back, and drop them down. You do a little mindful meditation, whatever it is, but take a break and stand up. Or move. If you're at a standing desk, you move. Maybe you sit down. But allow that blood flow to rush into your muscles, into your brain, into all the things that need to function in order for you to be more productive. This is not something that, we're making up. This is something that is well proven and well researched. These are things that you can do tomorrow to be more productive. So when you're sitting there at 3 o'clock and everybody's slumped over and you just want a shot of Red Bull or a shot of something else, but you take Red Bull so you can wake up, you should be getting up and you should be able just to take a walk. Go down the hall, do a couple jumping jacks. It's always going to wake you up. And the third thing to be more productive is to exercise. Now, if you really want to get fancy, you exercise where you're listening to a podcast of something you have to learn. All right? The brain on exercise, like, that little here's your brain on drugs, here's your brain or here's your brain not on drugs, here's your brain on drugs. That's basically your brain not on exercise and your brain on exercise. They are doing massive studies in how much more brain activity you have when you exercise. So ideally, you're exercising and you're learning and you're working. Probably not going to happen for most of us. But if you have the ability to exercise throughout the day, take a 5-minute walk, take a 10-minute walk at lunch. You actually are going to increase your brain power. When you increase your brain usage, you increase your productivity. Okay? So exercise. It is not, you do not have to go for a 3-mile run. Literally a 10-minute walk outside where I am right now. It's beautiful. Go outside for 10 minutes and walk. Go outside for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be an extremely strenuous exercise. You don't have to put on your gym clothes. But if you do something for a minimum of 10 minutes, you're going to find that you're going to have increased brain power. Increased brain power, increased productivity. These are 3 things tomorrow that you can do to make yourself more productive overnight. And they will help. And they will definitely, you'll start to see an increase. You'll start to feel better about yourself. Your body will appreciate it because a lot of aches and pains will go away. And that's not even what we're going to talk about tonight. So doing these 3 things will allow you to increase your productivity. Now, for those of you who are starting to get back into exercise, we are offering a free 2-week training trial that I'm going to post the link to at the bottom of this. So if you want some encouragement to begin training again, to get some exercise, to get out, to do it in a safe manner, fill out the form and we will be in contact with you. Otherwise, we will see you next Monday night.